Is what we just said.
Well, I don't want to say that because I've been out with a few people, and so I don't want them to think they were horrible. But
Well, they're big fans of the show, so. DrunkCastLive!
Yeah.
DrunkCastLive!
I didn't say anything yet.
Episode 10. 110.
110.
Yes.
110.
Because we had to pull a mulligan on last Sundays. Because things and other such. I'm Travis.
I'm Dylan.
Our podcast takes place in bars and restaurants all over the world someday. And we have a stiff drink and have a conversation with whatever we can come up with, whatever. And we like to hang out with cool people sometimes. I like to see Guy more often than I do. I got Guy Schaafs over here to the left. He's a home health salesman, a magician.
I'm a lot of things, but tonight's not my night. Let's not focus on
Well,
it.
no, but let's get to it. We can get to it. Like, keep it organic.
It's a pretty big deal.
It's a pretty big deal. You're a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But the bigger deal is Tony Salinas across from us.
Oh,
Yes.
the bigger deal.
Hey,
Yeah, that's
what's
right.
Hello.
going on, Tony,
I'm
man?
Tony Salinas.
Door number 2.
That's right.
Number 2.
That's where the prize is.
We are knuckleheads from a long time ago, and I'm really happy to actually have you on the show.
right.
Not only just because, again, it's an excuse to be able to hang out with you, but also you've been a pretty busy dude. And
Yeah.
I'd like to know what the hell's been going on professionally, as well as sexually.
Well, professionally,
tell you about
finally,
that.
I work at the Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Yes, you do.
It's a good look for you.
Really, really like it there. It's really fun working
What do you
with
do there?
kids. I was a teacher assistant, and then I moved to the sub list because I wanted a more flexible schedule to try more
Sure.
acting gigs during the day.
Sure.
Thus far this year, no acting gigs have conflicted with my daytime job.
Sure.
So I'm subbing every day, and they were like, "Hey, weren't you going?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just every day I can't act, I work." So, but I really, the kids are hilarious. They're like the funniest people. They just crack me up all day. But and sometimes they're
Are you
annoying, of course, like most people are.
General education or wherever they could fit you, because as you're a sub.
Well,
now,
it depends. They kind of split. They'll split kids up by age group, sometimes by grade, and they're always. They can be like the same age, but at a totally different grade level. So
Sure.
it's like depending how far back or how.
They should do that in regular school.
How more
Yeah.
recent they,
Oh, and plus, a lot of their schools they go to may not be able to accommodate their visual impairment
the
or their
thing.
blind thing, and so they come to the Texas School for the Blind, and
Right,
you don't
right.
know where they'll be at.
Right. And so they have to start over in
Right.
certain,
Right.
sure.
So
I was actually going to ask, because I did look that up, but do you know Jake Russell, by any chance?
Jake Russell.
He's a
He's
teacher
a
there.
dog.
He's
That's a Jack Russell.
That's a Jack Russell. He's
Did he have a music career for a while?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No, Shake Russell. I'm sorry. That's right.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a no.
He's a teacher there, right?
He's a teacher
No,
there.
he's a rap That's Russell Simmons.
That's Russell Simmons. Jake Russell Simmons is his full name. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Blind Comedy Jam.
Oh,
Hey.
oh,
It's
that's the joke.
Hey.
He found the joke.
All right, that's it for the show, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
it.
Out of sight. It's
He
dynamite.
finds it in the first segment.
How long have you been there? How long have you been doing that?
For about 4 years.
4 years.
4 years now. Yeah, I started
Cool,
as
cool.
a sub, then I was a TA for teacher assistant for 3 years,
And
and,
then
then I went back to
down
sub.
some. Sure.
you know,
Sure.
you started with nothing, you're going back to nothing. You know what I mean? That's
Well,
it.
but you're not without stuff going on. Well, okay.
no.
Actually,
I've been doing a lot of theater. I do a lot of live theater, and I'm actually shooting a small independent film, low budget, this weekend, actually.
Right.
Which is why I was late. I had to be fitted in a costume that they had something wrong with the costume, so I had to go to the bathroom in Quacks and try on a bodysuit real quick because I'm going to be dressed in an alien suit. And be almost beaten to death in the movie. So I'm
Awesome.
really, really
looking forward to that. I'm sure.
I totally am. It's gonna be
Almost
great.
beaten to death. That's like a step up. Because really,
Yeah.
when you're beaten to death,
Usually.
that's like
No,
game
I'm
player.
almost beaten to death, and I think I'm like beamed up by aliens. I think that's what happens to my character.
Okay.
Wait, the character thinks he's beamed up, or you think?
I think, judging by the direction in the movie, I get beamed up.
Okay, so they don't let you know ahead of time. This is
They-
they're going to improv this part.
Unless I read it wrong. Unless I read it wrong.
You're getting me.
Scripts change all the time. It's a.
That's true.
It's a Seth Rogen way of doing it, like, and then the alien makes a dick joke, and then he gets beamed up. Like,
Yeah,
something like
right,
that's going to
right,
happen.
Is there a
right.
working
No, I
title?
didn't see that movie, Paul. Yeah, it's called Little Green Men.
Little Green Men.
Okay.
Little Green Men.
So now we know
Cool.
what color.
That's
the
ableist.
costume
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. That's right.
First time on the show, we have 3 questions we have to ask you. The first question is, what are you drinking?
What am I drinking? I'm drinking a Coke.
That's what I drank the first time. I was on.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, it's
Let's see if he gets the same spirit animal. That would be fucking impressive. Oh wait,
yeah.
I fucked that up.
No, the second question is now
Now time to prepare the question.
the second question is, what is your spirit animal?
Eagle.
Eagle. Oh, well, that's
It was already there.
yeah.
Eagles are already there.
Eagles, they are. They
already
already
exist.
there.
What do you know? Yeah.
Way up there.
It's the most American spirit animal there is.
Why an eagle? Is this something you came to before, or is this something that just snapped to right now?
I've thought about it before, but then I don't know how seriously I take the spirit animal thing.
Sure.
But I really like eagles. I think they're my favorite bird. I like the football team, the Eagles, and I have
You've always
ever since
liked
I
the
was
Eagles.
10. Ever since I was 10.
This guy's always liked the Eagles.
It's very
He had the
it's-
jersey.
It's interesting. Yeah. Or
known this guy a long
all
time.
Eagles all the time.
All the time.
I've read some things about from Native American spirituality about eagles, and I really like it. It's about
No, it's a staple.
Yeah.
It's a staple for
Yeah.
honoring.
and
Gravitas
I know the
and-
United States, has the eagles, and so
We're-
it was
we're pretty
also
big,
the
yeah.
emblem for the Romans, I think, too. I think right? Didn't
Sure.
they have eagles and
The United States has an
eagles and-
eagle.
A bald eagle specifically.
We're the country of the individual.
And eagle is what you're saying?
But
The
is that
eagle.
is that why the eagle is?
Yeah. That's why, whenever, for instance, Merrill Lynch had a very popular commercial campaign in the early 90s, and the first time they ran it, they had a whole herd of bulls running on a beach, and it did not test well. And they had one bull running, and that tested very well.
Okay.
That's
okay.
why there's one bull
Individual. Okay.
on the Merrill Lynch thing.
I see.
But now it's Bank of America.
The
so-
third question is, and
Bullshit.
I like to try to ask a question that no one's ever asked you if you've done interviews or podcasts before. So the question is, have you ever completed a U.S. census, and why not?
Oh.
I have.
You have. Okay.
I have completed
I
a
get
U.S.
excited.
census.
The only person I've known to. Did you feel?
I've done it. I've done it.
You did? Really?
Yeah, I'm an African American.
Oh. Well, I mean, you were born in South Africa. That's
Well,
cheating.
I have.
You were
Freckles.
apartheid. You were apartheid.
Yeah, that's true. I was that kind of.
We worked to
African.
stop
Yeah.
guy Schaafs. Did you?
I'm glad he's
Did you feel
dead.
completed? Like I always miss the census. And so I was curious with people who actually completed it, and I always miss it, and I always feel like
You miss-
I want to
I'm
do
trying
it.
to
I know
remember-
it doesn't. It's like
I'm trying to remember what the I remember the questions. I remember some of the questions,
yeah.
but I was just kind of like, why don't you just ask me if I'm a drug dealer? All right,
know.
just ask
Sure.
me
Yeah.
flat out. Am I harboring illegal immigrants?
I know. What do you do for money?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, what do you do for money? How many people do you have living in your house?
I know.
How many people drive with you to work? It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Do I carpool? Are you making
Yeah.
sure I carpool? Or
Was your census yellow?
Baking soda or what?
Was it a different color? Well, put that in his mailbox.
Well, they did have a little note that said "Beat it, Spick." I don't know if that's even.
No, they changed because you're not a spick anymore. You're you're white.
It's a
You're
Beat It
Caucasian.
Spit Council of Northern Colorado.
No, I'm just
So-
kidding. They weren't like that.
Remember the last census? They had the word Afro, and that was a big deal because they
Afro?
Negro.
I don't remember that.
They put the word
they put
Negro.
Negro.
Wait,
Was
the
what?
last one or the last 40 years?
No, it was Negro. That's what I'm saying.
Why
It was
would they say
it was a
ne-
big deal in the year? This was the year 2000. They had the word Negro in the census.
It wasn't the last one.
I guess 2010 was the last one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it in 2000. And I never saw that.
So it could have happened.
That's like no one was alive back then.
It was a scratch.
Surely not.
It was a scratch and sniff, I think, in 2010.
That was
Yeah.
before. That was before there was race. I think wasn't that before there was
yeah,
race?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it was a big deal, but not that.
Thanks, third
Yeah.
wave feminism. Whoops. Well, cheers. Thank you so much for answering the question.
yeah, man.
Go ahead and
That was a good question.
Yay.
and it's
I like
unique.
it. I like it.
No one
I
else
like
is
it.
ever going to get the question. That definitely went over well, or better than the dishwasher question, but hey, it starts a conversation. That's the most
That's right.
important part.
It all comes out of the wash.
So, but you did say, so you were saying you haven't been acting so much, but in August, was it August of this year that you did was it called the Book of James?
I did the Book of James.
The Book of James for Hyde Park.
No, it was for Red River Church. It was for
Red
it was
River
kind of like a
Church,
fundraiser for a missionary trip we took to Russia. So I went to
Okay.
St. Petersburg, and it was
What?
this camp, Camp Alama, where you work with single mothers and
Yeah, you
and
do.
their kids. Yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
It was pretty great. It was
Yeah.
awesome. Russia, like we went in the right time where it doesn't become dark until like 11:30. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh, it's like not light all the time.
And Putin wasn't really doing anything right then. He was riding a
He was
horse on a
wiping.
shirt.
Sure,
Without a shirt.
Yeah.
Riding a horse on a shirt.
You're also in St. Petersburg, which is kind of like separate from Russia
That's
to a
right.
degree.
It's like the.
Yeah. And we were 2.5 hours outside of St. Petersburg too, so we were in a very rural area.
That's still inside Putin's range, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Putin's
definitely.
everywhere.
Putin's and his bears.
This porch is the only part that Putin cannot control. This corner of this porch.
Yeah, we were like sitting there, like, yeah, Putin, what are you gonna do?
This is actually North Korean territory.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
Right,
They're big
right,
fans
right.
of the show.
Yeah.
That's right. You have to have plastic
leader.
surgery to be on this show.
Or love Dennis Rodman. I mean,
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I mean,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
St. Petersburg.
That's
yeah.
good.
That's awesome.
yeah. That sounds really
Well, I'm
awesome.
glad I just got my nipple implant yesterday, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
Just to record
You're in.
for Putin. Yeah.
For Putin.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really fantastic
Yeah, no,
opportunity.
it was wonderful. It was
How long
great.
were you there?
I was there for about 10 days. 10 days, and yeah.
Do they have the Tetris shit there? It's Tetris, right?
Everything is Tetris over there. It is. It totally
It's like the
is.
falling prices
Whenever
at
you're
Walmart.
like in the airport getting your luggage, you have to be like in a single file line, or you can be like
can, like, link
three
up.
people
Yeah.
beside, but
And then you
one
disappear.
person in front of
But you
the
have them
third
disappear,
person
yeah.
at the
I was
end.
gonna say, that's-
Or you can have 4 people straight forward, vertical, or 4 horizontal.
Yeah, the KGB takes that one line out.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
no, it was great. And I recently did Cyrano de Bergerac
Oh, yeah,
at
yeah.
Austin Shakespeare.
Oh, wow.
I played multiple roles.
Which
It's great because everyone asks you, like, oh my God, are you Cyrano? Like, no, I'm the meddler. You heard of the meddler? He's a new Batman
villain, yeah.
Batman villain.
Yeah.
No,
He just pushes people's stuff around his desk. Listens
or
to the phone calls.
invades conversations.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, hey, you talking about the census?
Well, let me tell you why you're not losing weight at the gym.
let me tell you what your spiritual animal is.
Oh, you're wrong about that. You racist.
I know you haven't seen last night's episode of TV, but I'm going to tell you the answer.
What else then? What else?
Let's see. What else was in recently? I did a show called Radium Girls with the Paradox Players. It's about the I think it was like 1920s case about the United States Uranium Corporation, and they basically were how do I say this?
This mic is like a pillow.
Conveniently
You're right.
clueless about the effects of the oh god, I can't remember it. So long ago.
Mercury?
No, the
All the mercury you've been consuming?
I don't know.
okay,
uranium?
uranium, yeah, and so anyway, they had all these plants, and they were using them to paint watches, like make glow in the dark watches, and they were like having these young girls and young people painting the watches, but like with like
Uranium.
having direct.
I'm glad this show is waist up.
With-
'cause
with-
this is turning me on.
A limp dick in the audience, ladies and gentlemen.
Glow in the dark, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Strobe light special.
Yeah.
So so the paintbrushes they would paint with, they would actually lick them and
Sure.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
like
wet them with
Get 'em
their
wet.
lips and
Oh, God, I'm gotta go.
the paints, and so they're having basically eating uranium.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. So
That was. For
and so
that,
they were
but,
getting
yeah.
sick from, and the corporation denied it, and all this other stuff.
You were the meddler in that, too? Were you
There was a meddler in that.
The
Yeah.
character is always the meddler.
he's Austin's meddler.
It's like little known fact about that. That was back in the 40s.
Was it the 40s?
Larry the Cable Guy's parents were actually a part of that program. That explains everything about
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. now.
Yeah. Like,
We've
fun-
broken another story.
You want your parents to be a part of that, though, because you get a lot of money.
Assuming you lived.
Well, I mean, if you were born.
If you were
Well,
born
that was
first,
a big thing.
I mean,
A lot of the parents were like, "Yeah, just take the money. Just take the money." It's like, no. But then the Crusader main character lady,
I'm
it's like, no.
I'll have a shot.
oh yeah, circle please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take our first break and wait for next drinks to come out, and we'll come back after this.
Break.
She looked like a very rebellious DJ.
Hey, welcome to the show, everybody.
Yay!
Segment 2.
Back.
Tony is almost asleep, and Guy is already there waiting for him.
I am exhausted.
Segment 2.
I'm exhausted, but I'm in a good way.
Exhausted in a good way.
Yeah.
Go on that. Explore that.
It's kind of like that Far Side cartoon. You remember the Far Side? Far Side cartoon?
Yeah.
Remember
Oh
the guys?
yeah.
Yeah, those two cowboys.
Bazinga,
One
right?
is cradling one in the other's arms, and he has like 15 arrows in him, and he goes, "Yeah, Clem, I hurt, but it's a good kind of hurt." It's kind of just like
Brokeback Far Side.
Yeah.
Brokeback.
That's what the script was based on, actually.
Yeah, that
Heath,
cartoon.
Heath Ledger's character was the guy with arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sort of.
Sort of.
Literally, figurative, literally.
Figurative, literally.
Wait, what now?
Metaphorically, arrows.
Well, technically, literally means figuratively now, by definition. Which
Yeah.
isn't
I heard
always
about
wrong.
that.
I have no idea what literally means anymore.
Literally?
Yeah.
You don't.
I
Literally, you don't
don't know.
know.
Literally does
Literally
not
means
mean
anymore.
literally anymore.
No.
Well,
It's
it
relative.
also
I don't-
means.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah.
Right. It also means it's both at the same
to
time.
both,
So
yeah.
it's like, what? Hey, the best thing about language is it can change at any time.
It's its own best friend.
It's like math. I remember when I was in
It's like math.
fifth grade math. She was like, "What's your favorite part about math?" And I'm like, "You can. There's never one right answer." And she's like, "Actually, that's the only thing that math is. that is what math
That
is.
is the only thing math is.
The difference in your test scores is when you decide that."
Well, that's actually why Guy Schaafs is running for Congress.
Yes. Yeah.
I ran for student council at Loyola at the same time Tony did, and didn't run that. And,
What,
and there
really?
was-
I did, yeah.
There were 11
You guys were
spots. There were
adult-
11
Oh,
spots.
okay.
12 people ran. I got 12.
He did. He totally lost.
I lost
He totally
out of
lost.
12
It was pathetic.
spots.
That's 12
I didn't even
chair.
run a campaign.
And I was on the newspaper. Like people knew who I was.
I
was notorious.
Some hot woman came up like, "Hey, are you gonna run for student council?" I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds great."
Literally, like he
you-
got one
I
vote.
just did. I did win a spot. Yeah, I did one thing for the campaign. But I'll let Guy talk first and tell how he lost. Go ahead, Guy.
I tried. I really did.
You woke up that morning.
I wore a Bob Dylan shirt in the picture. I thought I was going to win it.
Were you guys friends at the time?
man.
I mean,
We all disappeared from each other. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Well, so
like
you know. So we know each other from Pearland High School.
High school.
junior high.
It's not a
And
Jewish.
junior
It's
high,
not
yeah.
a Jewish
It's-
school.
It's not a Jewish school. I mean, it is now. I haven't been there in a long time. They have 3 Walmarts.
Oh, it's like one big mall now, right?
It's 97,000 people.
Pretty sure.
Wait, no, more than that, right?
It was 97,000 before it was what it
right?
is now.
I mean, it's always been
Or it's
kind
getting
of
there because it's
yeah.
right. It was right on the edge. It was right on the edge there, and
So
then
it's
Grand Parkway gets built.
South Houston, if you know anything about Houston, whatever. But we grew up there. We grew up tall. Right.
I didn't.
Well, sure. Well, we
Yeah,
were
grew up very tall.
rooting for you, man. But we knew.
Hey, so was I. And like, in fact, in health class, it was funny. They're like, cigarettes stunt your growth, and I'm like, here you go, Tony, smoke up.
Right. You have an excuse now. So you from Houston, did you go straight to Louisiana? Like,
By foot.
I don't remember
I did.
exactly that part because you did.
That was
some
a
stuff and did
blur.
some stuff. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
blur.
it is.
We all
really
just
is.
were like, what
It's
the
funny
fuck?
because people ask me like, "Ooh, New Orleans, that must have been awesome." Like, I don't remember a whole lot.
I saw Tony one time. I was driving home down one of the streets there, and there was a car in front of me, and it was going like 6 miles an hour, right?
Sure.
And
Classic Tony.
I go, is that Tony's car? And I drove in front of it, and I stopped, and I got out of my car, and I looked, and Tony is just cruising down the street, shit-faced. And so I get him all the way back to my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fear in Tony's eyes right now.
I don't remember this.
I get him back to my house, and I lay him down on the couch, and I say, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Don't go anyways, because I'm getting out of here. And I go to the bathroom. I come back, he's gone. And I think he went to jail that night.
Was that in New Orleans?
Cut the cameras. Yeah. That was in New Orleans. No, you didn't. I think
Are you sure I didn't go to jail?
You might have. You should.
Well,
have.
here's the thing. When I did go to jail, I did black out, and I did drive.
Oh, you were
It
driving.
was interesting, and I did that more than once. Like I did that in
You were
Galveston.
idling.
I did that in Galveston once, and
You should
like
have done it on
it
like
was
a-
really
a
weird because
lawnmower.
like I was driving, and someone like I don't know how they do it. It seemed like I don't know if this is true, but it seemed like they pried my passenger door open, and this big old like
That's what I did to stop you.
African American dude. No, yeah, this big African American
I
dude goes.
stopped
He
the
goes. He
truck.
goes. Hey man, them cops are gonna pull you over, man. You gotta pull over, bro. And I'm like, what? He goes, slide over, let me drive. And I'm like, all right, here you go. So he's driving my car. He pulls me into this gas station. All these people, I guess his friends,
Sure.
came out of nowhere, and they're like, hey man, you got any money? Got any money, man? And I was like, and I just started laughing like. I'm like, you think I have money? I don't have any.
I'm not in a cab right now.
Yeah.
Huh.
So-
I drank it all.
It was pretty crazy.
Right.
Don't do that.
But yeah, don't do that. But that's crazy. I didn't know that happened. I don't think I went to jail that night though, because
I think I told you before, but you were in a blackout when I told you.
because
And so
when I did go to jail, I did drive, but I hit like a parked car.
Oh, you could have.
And then so you let me drive. After that.
You snuck away.
Did my car was my car gone?
Gone. And I called. I think. I don't.
The police? No.
Domino's.
I think I
You
saw-
turned me in. You
No,
son of a.
I was like something, and you were. Yeah, I was like, "Don't get up," and then
That's what you don't tell me. You don't tell me not get up. You say when I'm blackout drunk.
Christmas.
You
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
stay there or no.
Right.
Wait, what's the opposite? Never mind.
Hey, Tony, I'm gonna borrow your keys real quick. Sit in the driver's seat
Yeah,
for a
you
second.
didn't.
'cause
You
I'm-
didn't keep my keys away from me. Come on, guys. I'm just
I really didn't
kidding.
think you were. It was possible that you were going to get up. I didn't.
I really
think-
appreciate you trying. That's crazy that you saw me that
I
night.
stopped your car by walking up to it. You're driving
Dude,
down the
because
street.
because you know what happened? I blacked out at my friend's party, and I even remember like the last shot I looked at, I was like, "This is the one that's gonna get me," and I took it.
It was the one before that.
I wake up in a hospital on a hospital bed.
Yeah, that was the night.
with
Oh my
a
God.
thing around my neck with one of those braces, neck braces,
And
I was
handcuffs
like,
on?
but I didn't feel too
Did you
bad.
have handcuffs on?
I didn't feel too bad. And I'm like, okay, well, I can just get up and get out of here. I just get up and get out of here, and then I try to get up and, guy,
Like-
go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
You were handcuffed to
I
the
was
bed.
handcuffed to the
I
hospital
was
bed.
next to somebody like that at Ben Taub once, and that looked like a shitty situation to wake up in because he was out
Yeah.
still, and I was like, that guy's gonna wake up,
Yeah.
and be really pissed.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because apparently they said that somebody like told them that to handcuff me to the bed because I might get up without them knowing, even though I was blacked out drunk and trying to go drive
Guy.
again.
Oh, it was an insurance thing.
It was Guy.
It was Guy.
Yeah, it was Guy.
Guy. No, I'm kidding. But
Guys put his hands in his pockets. Ladies
one,
and gentlemen.
one of the nurses walked by and she goes, "Wow, look who's awake!" And I'm like, "How long have I been here?" And the nurse is like,
6 months.
"Know me?" And they're like, "Hey, Tony, that's the passed out guy." Yeah. So
Did you go to jail? Like from,
I went to jail,
from the
and
hospital?
it was and it was like, it was really interesting because
Interesting.
my phone call. No, like
Was
all
to your
kinds of
PCP?
things- all kinds of things happened. It was so funny. But one thing that happened was I didn't wear underwear that night. Like I
That's
wasn't.
a
I don't
problem.
wear. I don't wear. At the time, I wasn't wearing underwear. I was
Sure.
going
Or
to
an
commando
Adam
all the
Conlon.
time. Yeah. So
It was your Conlon days, yeah.
so whenever they have you strip down to your boxers, strip down to your boxers, we're gonna give you your scrubs. And I'm in a line with all these like guys, and I'm kind of like, and so I look at the guard on there, and he's like this big old New Orleans.
And they don't fuck around.
Cop guard. And I said, "Excuse me, sir. What if you're not wearing underwear?"
Yeah.
And he looks at me and he's like, he goes,
Then take off your goddamn band.
"All right, here we go." So like this guy at the end, the very end, he's like this old guy. And he's like, "Hey, Doc, first time, Doc, first time." And I'm like, he's like talking to him.
Don't
about me,
ever
about you,
lock eyes with him or engage.
I didn't, but here's what I heard.
They
after
will
I
come after you till
after
the
I
end.
took all my clothes off and they were handing out scrubs. I was basically holding my junk there, just standing
Sure.
in the line with a bunch of dudes, and like,
Sure.
and I hear at the end the same guy. He goes, "Look at that Twinkie!" And I was just like,
He
"This
wants
is-
your attention.
This is bad.
He wants it.
Yeah.
This is bad."
Yeah.
They discontinued Twinkie.
But on the way there, I didn't.
They're back
Apparently,
now.
I was
They're
too
back.
young to distinguish between jail and prison.
I
So,
did the
like,
same thing.
I thought I'm in there. I'm gonna get gang raped, and I'm gonna try and fight my way out. I will be killed. But what was funny and so I walk in there. There's like general population, and I'm walking out. I'm like, okay, here we go. Where's it gonna come from? Who's gonna
It's
rape
pretty
me?
mild.
Who's gonna rape me? I'm walking up to my cell, the cell I had. 4 guys. They're like, "Oh, hey man, hold on one second, man. Let's get that trash out of that. Hang on, we put trash in there, man. Let me get that out of here for you." And I'm like, "What the?" And I said to myself, I'm like, "Oh my god." Oh
Right.
my god, that's terrible. They clean your cell and then they gang rape you? What the hell is that?
Very hospitable.
yeah. That's called washing
What
the salad, the lettuce.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
It's
right.
like getting the lettuce wet.
So it was great. And I was trying to make friends, and like I had one of those sandwiches that you lay on and pop back up. They had, gave us those flowers, but I was so hungry. I was just like, "Oh, this is
I
the
ate
best. This is the best."
One of our friends actually went to jail for whatever reasons, but he said the worst thing about it, aside from the fact that you just want to sleep.
You're bored to
because you're
tears.
bored to tears. He said besides that, the eggs were so flavorless.
No. The eggs are you put them in your mouth, and your mouth does not understand they are food, and so you can't swallow them. Like you're trying to eat it, and you're
Sure.
like, and then somebody's like, "You ain't gonna eat that," and they can eat it because they're there all the time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And the worst part is the people trying to give you their phone number. I know you're gonna get out and want drugs again. You know what I mean? And you're like, dude, I'm not ever gonna do it again. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I did.
Well,
Yeah.
they give you that bracelet, right? They give you that bracelet to use the phone or whatever, and
That
I
you-
wasn't sure
yeah.
like how to use it. And somebody showed me how to use it, right?
didn't know
And
that.
he's like, and later he goes,
Bracelet?
and he came up and he goes, "Hey man, so this is to help you use the phone. You want to hook me and my boy up with the 3-way?" And then of course I'm thinking I'm going to get raped inside. I'm like,
sure.
"Oh my god, here's
He
how
means
it
a phone
goes."
call.
I thought someone was behind me getting ready to smack me in the head and start raping me. And
No, sure.
It was a 3-way phone call. You just want a 3-way
They
phone
want
call.
to.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
They'll watch you type in your phone number, and then they'll constantly call. Like, so my brother went to jail, and he's stupid. He's like, duh. So for like 4 months, we got phone calls from jail all the time. And if you answer the phone, it's like $4, like $6. Like it hits you right away. And we never knew if it was
Oh, wait,
one
is
of
that
our
real-
family members.
Is
in
that a
jail.
real thing?
Oh yeah. It'll say this is a message. There's a message
Yeah.
for you from the Harris County Jail.
Right.
Do you want to
Holy
answer
shit.
it or not? And if you answer it, it's $4. But in our family, you don't know if it's your family or not. So you have to
so
answer the
you have
phone.
to answer the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I actually got a?
Yeah, I didn't know that when I called my dad. Didn't know that.
Maybe like 3 months ago, I got a call for something like that. I got a message from blah 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 facility, and it sounded like my friend Chance, who I love very much.
This is I.
And yeah, I was like, oh shit.
You have
So
a
like,
message
that's-
from.
And I was like, if that's Chance, I'm gonna be really upset if I. So I answered the phone call, and the guy's like, hey, let me talk to Thomas. I'm like, I'm not Thomas. He's like, well, fuck you. I was like, okay, so that's your one call. I think maybe
Not anymore.
Not anymore, right?
No, no.
You get a lot of calls.
yeah.
They charge.
But then I got a text message.
what?
I got a text message that said that I am now signed up for a $9 a month. So it's so prevalent, I guess, that $9 a month to get free phone calls from whoever's in prison. Type cancel.
That's a
if
pretty
you,
good
if you want to
deal.
cancel.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
not bad.
it's pretty good.
not
I
bad.
guess.
If you're getting $4 a call, $9.
But not from that guy. He was an asshole. Sorry, man. I would have been your friend.
I think by the third call, he would have softened up, and then you're making money.
He tried calling back again. I
Then
was
he
like,
doesn't
"You
care
got-"
what your name is.
Yeah.
Right. Are you
He calls back. He's like, Robert. No, fuck it.
That's
Travis. Yes. Hey.
Hey, Travis. Hey, what's going on? Got any drugs?
You want some?
Mail them to me. Put them in your butthole.
You're gonna do drugs again soon, someday. You know.
Put them in your butthole.
Might as well get them from me.
Yeah.
Call Ray Ray.
We know he's good. Not discreet, but we know he's good.
Anyway.
Well, nice.
Well, nobody can ever listen to this one.
I mean, it's going to happen. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But it's, this is This is tapestry.
Rip torn.
This is Rip Torn.
Flash paper.
It's the rich tapestry of your life to know
Yeah.
where have you been and
Wonder
what
how
you've
funny
done.
he thought that was when he first thought of it. Rip Torn.
Rip Torn.
He wrote it out, bro.
It's a good one, Rip. You stay up all night thinking of that one? Had to bed around 3:30.
Oh, I just realized I got the wrong person. Rip Torn is not... Yeah.
Rip Torn's the guy with white hair.
Rip Torn was in Men in Black. I
You're
was thinking of the
thinking
person,
of
Rip Taylor, who threw confetti everywhere. Yeah, that's not the same person. Rip Torn actually has a career. Is Rip Taylor alive?
No,
No,
they're all
I don't
dead.
think so.
Did you say
Anybody
Rip
named
Taylor?
Rip?
Rip Torn.
Rip Van Winkle?
Rip Torn.
They're all dead.
Rip Van Winkle, no, he's just sleeping, man. That's his thing.
He doesn't know.
He'll be so surprised when he wakes up.
Daddy's sleeping.
What did I miss?
Everything. Right. Well, let's go ahead and take another break. Let me get a refill, and we'll come back, and I want to ask you some stuff about your movie career.
It's going to be a really short conversation.
And other things. And why IMDb.
Maybe we should take a 25-minute break.
Okay. Yeah. We'll be back with this.
Break.
To see how gay I'm not, or am. I don't know. Am I fired? Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody!
Hey!
Yeah.
I like how you keep pointing at the drink.
Pointing at the drink. Like a
No one's going to touch that.
It's the worst.
Like a drink. It's not the worst. There's worse things.
I've made a lot of drinks, and that's the worst one that I've ever drank.
Really? The worst?
I mean, it's pretty bad. Drink it.
No.
Cheers to that, yeah. So segment 3 is a fighting 3. We're still hanging out with Tony Salinas.
Hey, how are you? How are you?
Having a great time. I don't know why I have that thing in my head where I want to say, like, because this is not on the radio. I know for a fact there's not anyone listening to podcasts like it's a radio show, so why am I acting like they're jumping around? Like, oh, we're still here. Of course we're still fucking here. It's 30 minutes into a thing that you downloaded.
Yeah, it's like 3 days from now.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
You probably skipped past this and rewound it.
Yeah. We're still here. You've probably left. We are really glad you're even listening to this part.
Yeah.
So
come on down to Don's.
We'll switch it up. It's still myself and whoever just showed up. Yeah.
We're here at Don's Depot right now. Come on down.
Well, that's actually usually true. We're
That is
pick
true.
a day of the week and we're probably here.
Yeah, no, that's
Got it.
absolutely true. I mean, if you weren't here on a Wednesday, we would be here on a Wednesday anyway without the campers. So,
They sleep here.
it feels better to do it professionally.
Oh, actually, we were invited into the dark, deepest secret
finally.
cubby holes.
Yeah.
There's some weird stuff back there.
They have a
Actually,
big.
it's surprisingly large back there.
So, Don's Depot, if you're not familiar with it, you or anyone else, it's train pieces. Like the women's bathroom's actually a caboose. It's kind of cute. But
I didn't notice that.
Go in
of the
that part over
train-
there. You're being a train if you have that.
One of the train cars is actually used as storage, and we had a little piece.
How'd they get it there? What do they do?
I like that.
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
How did they get there?
No, seriously, magic.
You're a magician?
Yeah,
Hey, I don't know that.
figure it
one.
out. Spend this time trying to figure out how the trick worked. Come on, David Blaine. Almost.
You call them David Blaine? That's no.
That's an insult these days.
These days.
Oh man.
You just Chris Angel'd him.
Is he still on? Yeah, Chris.
Chris Angel.
Mind freak!
Man, low blows,
I'm
guys.
so excited. Mind freak! Yeah.
You guys are playing
He
dirty
won
tonight.
Magician of the Year 5 years in a row.
Why?
Only person to ever do it.
Chris Angel
Chris
did?
Angel, yeah.
Chris
he's-
Angel?
He was the most successful magician of all time.
That's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, like magician.
But David Copperfield, I think, was the most successful.
David Copperfield.
I'm just gonna fuck my
If
hot
I
wife.
had a nickel, I'd be a nickelaire.
You have a shitload of nickels.
Yeah.
So Tony, this was probably it was most fun for me because I have known you since high school, so it was fun for me to go to IMDb and try to find you because I'd known you'd done some things.
Thanks to bystander theory, I'm now 3 degrees from Kevin Bacon. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome.
that's right.
What are the steps?
I'm moving up. I'm moving up in the world.
Do you know the steps?
First, you admit that you're powerless against Kevin Bacon.
Stop Kevin Bacon, yeah.
The
Second,
higher bacon. Yeah.
There's a higher bacon.
I mean, what? Anyway, yeah. So,
That's funny.
what was the question?
I don't know, it was fun looking it up and
What's going on?
and finding all the Tony Salinas. So I found a Tony Salinas.
Yeah, there's like 3 of them, right?
Born in
Two?
Houston, Texas. He was in the schedule, but he's 5'11", and I was like, all right, next.
Is your name Louis Anthony Salinas Jr.?
Negative.
Absolutely not, no. But I was able to finally find Tony Salinas. Joey and Jerome's artistic, meaningful, independent film in 2007.
That's correct.
Texas Live Show 2002, and then the Bystander Theory in 2013.
Yeah.
Those are the main ones here. Not a picture, but there's some videos from
on
Joey and
IMDb.
Jerome. This is actually kind of funny. I'd actually like to see the whole thing.
It's actually a sequel. It was we did Joey and Jerome's action super duper action film or something like that. Where
Alright.
we did an action film. It was pretty. It was like terrible effects and all that stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Great.
And then the meaningful independent film, we had a pretty kind of a bigger budget, I suppose. And so.
How do they get the budget? I mean, they know it's not going
Well,
anywhere.
no idea. I don't know how anyone gets budgets ever. I'm like, budget. I have no budget information. I don't know what. I guess I know Kickstarter exists, but that's it.
Not then.
I don't know what. Not then. No, not then.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
only
yeah.
budget thing that I know of. You just go and pander to rich people with money, I guess.
Yeah,
and
people have a lot of
dentists.
money.
That's what you do, and you
Dentists have a lot of
play
money.
on
You
their
want to see how
interests.
gay I
and-
can kind of be? Yeah.
So-
You're holding them back.
Jen.
Yeah. So that's a sequel then. How did you get involved with it? Was it Josh Bass?
Yeah,
director,
Josh
writer?
Bass was with Texas Live, and Texas Live was just this thing that they wanted to do. They wanted to do like skits, and then they wanted to like have people on site in like various places, like just like, hey, we're here, blah blah blah, at or let's say Dom's Depot or whatever, and
Sure,
they were
sure.
having a party and all this different events, and then like have skits, like they wanted to mix that kind of a show.
Right.
And I was just, not in a good place, and I was drinking a lot and just, kind of wasn't really focused very well. But I did some things. I wrote some skits. Like I made fun of that Army of One commercial, like Army of One. It's like so this guy on the wilderness, he's like, "Arr, arr," and I did this skit where like Army of One is like, where the hell is everybody? What am I doing? What am I doing?
I'm gonna get
out
beat.
here? Army of One. I don't like those odds. But anyway,
This wasn't on the brochure.
so
Yeah.
that was fun. Yeah, but that was fun. But
G.I. Bill.
anyway, so
There's got to be more than one of us. It sounds like a pretty good idea. Leon.
So yeah, he was the one with the camera,
Yeah.
and
As it
basically he
starts,
wanted
yeah.
to just shoot his own films and stuff. So his name is Josh Bass. He does
Yeah.
quite a bit of his own stuff these days. I think he has like a band now with him and the other guy who was my co-star in the film.
In the film.
Albert.
Yeah, Albert Vera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They're both,
cinema.
They're both pretty funny, man. They had this whole thing of this whole what do you call them? Like a 2-guy band funny song thing. What's it? Flight of the Conchord kind of thing.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Well, it's funny that's Flight of the
course,
Conchords,
you
but
know,
Tenacious D
HD,
before
yeah.
that, yeah.
I'm sure. I hope they're not insulted by that though.
What I loved from just watching that clip specifically was seeing the different movies that were part of like the bro time with movies for Girlfriend, I guess, had provided. Destination Chris, Eternal
Yeah.
Spitshine of the Spotless
Eternal Spitshine of the Spotless Shoe.
Little Miss Moonshine, and
Yeah.
Lost in Transcription,
Yeah.
and the movie My New Friends about
Yeah. That
3
was fun.
war-torn friends, rated G. That was my favorite part about it.
Didn't they cut that from the final? I think they cut that from the final. I read like the whole back of the thing in the original like movie.
No, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It was like
What are you talking about?
Oh, so in the IMDb, so like he has a little chunk here of the movie that he did. The movie was called Joe and Jerome's Artistic, Meaningful, Independent Film, 2007. And there's a piece of them watching the movies together, and he has these fake titles and like.
Oh, okay. That's
and so
funny.
he turns it over and explains the
That's
whole.
your part.
The whole thought, yeah. And it was funny, and I want to get the whole thing. Is it still possible to get the whole thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's you can YouTube it for the whole thing.
Oh, great.
And I think I don't know where else you can get it. You can get it on something.
So after
I
that,
need to pay better attention to that stuff.
so probably the most recent thing
You
on
can find
IMDb.
it somewhere. Out
Yeah.
Most recent thing
I'm
on
a very big
IMDb,
deal
of course,
somewhere.
is the bystander theory. Bystander theory is a movie about a woman who has inherited a home from her grandparents that she never knew.
5.8.
Must unravel her family's mysterious past and their secret link to the assassination
JFK's
of an
face?
American president.
It is JFK.
Is that what
It's
you're-
his
is that
silhouette.
you?
It's his silhouette.
Yeah,
They use my silhouette. Yeah, for JFK.
He plays
totally.
JFK. No, he plays the character Wayne. He said in between breaks that was apparently difficult for you to try to
Apparently.
understand because the director didn't understand that.
Well, no, I mean,
sometimes
yeah.
normal people also are gay. Like,
I suppose. But
Hey,
he wanted. But I was supposed to be like the funny,
this intervention?
gay, subtle, funny gay best friend, I guess.
right,
Subtle,
but
funny
toned
gay.
down.
But then he says like, you know, I really catch you for your hair, right? I'm like,
What? That's the gayest thing that's been said.
but
this
he
whole
was
time.
cool. Yeah, but he was awesome. Like Tony Salinas. No, I liked. No, he was great to work with. It was just that moment was like it was the most confusing moment in my film career.
There's an interesting cast here too.
Right? That should be an IMDb.
One person I caught up was a character. His real name is Damien Clark, who played a character in this movie. Damien Clark played Jason Kilgore. I don't know if you remember any of your interactions with someone else, or if you were just
I
small
didn't
pieces,
have very
whatever.
many.
Yeah, sure.
I was just gay.
I had.
You were
I
just-
actually got
you were
cast
just too
because I was
gay.
in Rumors at City Theater with the woman who was the main actress in it. So that's
Sure,
how I got
sure.
cast.
Oh, that's cool. That's
There
how
you
things
go.
happen.
Anyway, it was fun to try to find you on IMDb and actually see you there.
That's what dreams are made of.
What else?
What dreams may come.
I found.
Hang yourself.
On your face.
I found also on Facebook that you redid at some point. You did "Can't Take It With You," right?
I did.
When
I
was
like
that?
that.
When
I
was
like
that?
that show.
That was a really good show. We did that in high school. It was probably the most fun that I'd had
That was
because
before I joined the drama mafia drama club.
Yeah,
drama
yeah,
club.
yeah.
Drama club.
Dr- drama
drama
cl-
club.
Drama club.
Drama club. You should join drama club.
Drama Club.
Yeah, you guys were the first real friends that I had.
That was actually the play that ruined my life because I did it, and my father said, "You really can be an actor," and I thought, "Well, this is what I'll do." And then I was homeless.
Sure.
That's what you thought.
And then
That's
you-
what your brain sounds like.
And
in your
then
head.
yada yada yada. I was homeless.
That's it. My smoking a crack pipe.
I go do that.
When was that? When did you?
I forgot. It was a few years ago.
It was, yeah.
But
Who did you play in that?
I played Tony Kirby, so I played like someone with my name, like on stage. That had never happened.
Tony
before.
Kirby's with the FBI guy.
No, the main love interest guy.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Played the dude and
Yeah.
no, it was great.
That's a
I
good scene.
That was one of my favorite shows to do. It was wonderful.
It was a different group, and then of course
Different
Book of-
stages.
Book of James, Too Many Husbands. I read a review of Too Many Husbands.
Did you?
From different stages.
I remember that review.
Wall to wall folderol was what, best quote. Best quote. But they said specifically that Tony stole the stage, but not really just Tony, just his eyebrow. Yeah, the right eyebrow apparently.
Pretty sure that's like I don't know why
Stole
that's
the
impressive.
show.
The Rock does that.
You
And
just did
when
it.
Dwayne Johnson does
Yeah.
it. Various other people do it.
Everyone just smelt whatever.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it.
What's cooking right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think the line I used it on was various times. Like, there was good lines. It was good writing. But,
Yeah.
you know. But I was the guy who wanted to. So there's too many husbands. There's two guys fighting over a woman they don't really want to be with, or something like that.
One's actually married.
Yeah,
Who came back from the dead,
and
quote
then,
unquote.
Then there's a rich guy who was me, who really wants
You
her.
were the
and
third husband.
She's just going to use him for his money.
Lots of husbands.
Naturally, yeah. Or his eyebrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his eyebrow.
Yeah.
Just one.
Mainly.
It's just
That's right.
one. Yeah. Yeah, 2011. So whatever. I just thought that was really great. The review specifically said that his eyebrow took the took
Not so much
stage.
Tony, but his eyebrow.
Austin theater reviews.
Yeah. Every time.
And I only cast you for your eyebrow, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
Your hairy eyebrow.
You know that.
That's my head.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I cast you for your hairy eyebrow.
It's good to be. It's good to have real acting talent.
Well, I mean,
My eyebrow.
You got the chops.
you got the.
Got the job.
I still got it.
So what's next? What do you want to do?
Well, next is I'm in a show called Everybody Loves Boobs. And
okay.
it's like a variety show,
Truthful.
breast cancer awareness, and there's like film and
So it should be
skits,
everybody loves boob.
film and Yep, that's right.
Yes.
I've done it for like the past 4 years, so it's like my 5th year, and so I decided to just do it again.
Sure.
Like people involved.
Typecast.
There's this group of old tap dancing ladies. It's very interesting. They're like class act. They go everywhere.
expand on
Just
that.
There's this old group of old ladies. They just got together in high school. They've been going to Austin for their whole lives, and they just do group tap dancing shows, and they're like 60s, 70s, that kind of thing. They're great. They're fantastic. Love working with them.
I can't even tell if that's true anymore.
They're probably inside right now.
They are.
I feel like they are.
Well, I mean, you feel a lot of things.
I'm about to go in there.
The orgies are fantastic, but
sure.
just kidding.
Yeah. The shoes are so painful.
If I'm not
But
here
yeah.
for the 4 segments, I'm in there for the first.
Should we bring the cameras inside?
I don't know. Cheaters.
Cheers. Yeah, I don't know, man.
This is my old lady.
Anything? What's your next step, though? What you want to keep doing stage stuff? Do you want to go back to
Yeah,
movies?
I'm just kind of open to pretty much anything.
You wait for them to come to you, man.
I'm gonna keep doing live theater.
Sure.
I'll keep doing film commercials. Whatever comes along. But I'm trying to find an agent also, and
Get represented.
which is like for most people, I guess it's pretty simple. Like most people
It's
have an
not.
agent here, but
You don't take
I don't know
new
what
people.
I'm doing. I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I'm gonna put a reel together, I guess, and
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what you have to do.
I know I sound very ambitious and everything. I guess I'll put a reel
You should talk
together.
to Nick Walker. He can put a
Maybe
reel
I'll
together,
walk
right?
around.
Walker can do it in a minute.
Yeah.
Like literally in 1 minute, he can make you an awesome reel.
Yeah, where is he? Where is he?
Probably not a minute.
I just did a yeah. Oh, seriously, this guy's like.
Does he live in Austin still?
He does everything in a minute.
He does.
Yeah, he that's what he does for a living.
Right.
Just makes.
He's a Minuteman.
videos.
Children.
He makes
Like if
children.
you watch on TV the video for why you should have the rail here, he made that. He does solid.
So blame him.
Okay.
He wasn't necessarily for or against
He
it.
just got
He just
paid.
gets paid.
He got paid.
Shit,
He got paid handsomely, I'm sure.
Yes.
Probably.
He just had another kid. You know, gotta do something for a living.
Sure.
But I also like teaching at the blind school too, so I like working at the blind school too. Teach at the blind school,
Yeah,
so
sure,
I mean,
sure.
kind of the world is my oyster,
It's nice being a grown up. You know.
Yeah, it really is.
You stop worrying about shit.
Yeah, totally.
You have to enjoy yourself.
In that particular field, though, there
About
is
to
like
die.
we had the conversation a little bit before, in between the break or in between the segment, about social media and using Twitter and et cetera. Like the most of the people that we've had on the show who've been comedians, that is their oyster. They just shove content there and kind of figure. I know, yeah, sure. Guy hates it, but like
I don't really like it either, and sometimes
You have
it
to
makes
do
me
it.
very apprehensive about that whole thing. Like if this was like my life, just shoving stuff on Twitter and constantly,
But
like,
it works.
talking. No, I'm sure it does.
It's
but I mean,
disgusting.
I'm just you have that kind of like self-check, and like, is this what do I want my life to be?
right.
What do I want to spend my time doing?
Is it an echo chamber or is it actually a legitimate place to put content? Like,
Sure. I mean,
sure. Are you in Twitter?
No, it's legitimate. It's fine.
Are you on Twitter at all?
But I just I just think about like because I'm really like I don't know how anybody feels about this, but like I know there's a lot of been things about like comedians stealing jokes, right? There's like I guess that's been going on.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
forever and
it's
ever, but-
very obvious when it happens.
But I mean, like, but are they stealing jokes, or are there some people that just write jokes and just people pay for them? Does that
That
happen
happens
too?
too, of course.
I bet it does. Yeah.
Once
I
you
was
get to
thinking
be
that.
a name,
because
they buy jokes.
because I remember I
Right.
saw Amy Schumer do a joke about David Koresh that I saw in high school, like I saw as a kid.
Yeah, there's no way-
on like it was from some comedian who it was I can't remember his name. It's African American, but he was like talking about David Koresh. He talking about he Jesus. How he gonna be Jesus? He got glasses. And then Amy Schumer does the same joke, and I'm like, Amy Schumer doing a David Koresh.
Yeah, she was like
joke?
in diapers when that happened.
Yeah, and I'm like, and she what? She's like, what? But I mean,
Amy Schumer?
but she's
And on that
On that note,
note,
let's take a break.
I'm serious.
Well,
she's a comedian.
she's a comedian. We'll be back after this.
Break.
Constantly presenting, yes. In, not sideways. There we go.
innies, not outies.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody!
Hello.
Segment 4, the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
The Fantastic Four. We're still sitting down with famous Tony.
That's right.
Infamous.
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 It's
It's
better
like
than
more
famous.
than famous.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not
a
just
plethora of
famous.
Tony Salinas.
That's a little watered down.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite like little things that people don't remember that movie. Take a shot, a little watered down.
Yeah.
It's all me. Like that's why I've been drinking this because it is watered down.
Yeah.
It's all ice now.
Yeah.
So
Like the more subtle quotes of Three Amigos.
I'm gonna see the
I
Michael
like
Bay
him.
remake of that.
Michael Bay room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of explosions.
The whole when the Germans like, hey, look at the two little sissies. Like goes on for like an hour.
Explosions.
That's
the
like,
three Transformers. I
that
think.
scene goes for a while.
Yeah, of course. I don't think that's going to happen, but
I hope
want it
not.
to. Yeah.
Wasn't Michael Bay supposed to do Thundercats? I heard like that
Nah.
in passing, and then no Thundercats movie
That's
has
fan
been made.
stuff. Fan
Yeah,
stuff.
that's the Thundercats has been making the rounds the past like couple of months as a great cartoon that would make a movie adaptation.
like
blah blah blah.
Like it would make sense. Like that's how myths are made.
Yeah,
Or,
it's all
yeah.
legend at this
Yeah,
point.
legend.
It wasn't hacked in the Sony leak, so I don't know.
Sure. It's so wonderful. Do you know about the Sony leak?
What now?
The Sony leak.
The Sony Lake.
Hackers infiltrated Sony Films.
Yeah.
And stole thousands of gigs of information, including scripts and movies, and a lot of documents, that interdepartmental documents that talk about how much people at
Hate
Sony,
Angelina Jolie.
people hate Angelina Jolie and Adam Sandler.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hate working with these people. And it's like, probably one of the most telling things was like, I guess they have a person of the same stature, same role,
job title.
same job title, a female and a man, and the man makes $1 million more than the female. And it's like, oh, why did you do it? Because it's like, it's on public net, whatever. But it was like, the thought is that North Korea hacked Sony because they were mad about the interview. That's the big.
It's the going.
That's the going
Pipe
theory.
Mad about
Yeah.
the interview.
Yeah, the
movie,
Seth
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
It
I
sounds
heard
too
about
good
that.
to be true.
Yeah.
I would love it to be true.
It's
but-
actually it's so good to be true that it sounds like marketing for the movie The Interview. Like,
except for the actual leaked fact.
well, sure.
We've
That-
actually
that'll
been marketing
happen.
the entire time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
this troll thing. It's happening and just coming in and just like it's so perfect.
So they hired the PR firm of
In fact,
North
we're
Korea.
part of it. We're part of their marketing right now.
right
We
now,
don't
yeah,
know it.
because we're
We
talking
don't
about
know
it.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Were you?
You didn't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, did you?
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, good.
I believe that.
Okay.
You know,
Should we go back to the tape?
Well, speaking of celebrities, I totally forgot to mention this earlier. I became friends with Amanda Bynes on Facebook this
that's
week.
true. That's
So,
true. He's friends with Amanda Bynes on Facebook. It's
I
crowning glory.
Is that right?
She's an angel,
Sure.
and I want her on the show.
I don't know much about Amanda Bynes really. I haven't been following her career as much as you have, I guess.
Well, your loss.
I guess
or,
so.
or my gain. I'm not really sure which one.
So Tony, if you were to say who is your Amanda Bynes? No. Like
You got Spirit Animal already.
yeah,
so
you just Spirit Animal, yeah.
Who is my?
who's your Amanda
Amanda
Bynes? Yeah.
The eagle from the Muppets.
Yeah,
Nest.
totally. No,
Who
Shitara. No, I'm kidding.
Michael Bay's Shatara.
I don't know.
Actually, that'd be phase one. They have a Shatara movie and a cheetah movie. Yeah.
Cheetos.
Chitara, you're right. A Cheeto movie.
No.
Brought to you by
They'd be all
Cheetos.
over that. They'd be all over that. Marketing Cheetos would be. They
Cheetos,
did.
Locos, Tacos.
Yeah.
All over my
I don't know why I brought
paper.
that up.
What are your influences when it comes to what you're doing right now? You want to
Who are my
aspire.
influences?
Yeah, like who do you look up to when it comes to actors or comedians or
Besides Michael Bay and
Comedians?
Adam Sandler, yeah.
or this podcast?
I really like Paul Mooney as a stand-up comedian. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Jessica Black dude, yeah.
George Carlin.
Well, yeah. Carlin.
I don't know if I really like George Carlin. I'm just kind of I used to like him a lot more than I do now, I guess.
Well, sure. He's a racist, so
It's true. No, I'm kidding. Who else? I love Phil Hartman. Phil
Yeah.
Hartman was really
good.
awesome.
yep.
I like Denzel Washington. I
Okay.
think he's a really good actor. And
Great stand-up comic, too.
yeah, he can carry any movie pretty much. Just watch Book of Eli. Just kidding. I haven't seen it. Book of Eli. Remember that?
Yeah.
I never saw it. Was it good? Did you see it?
Nope.
Okay, good. Let's check it. All right.
Apparently, it was he was trying to protect Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone, as you coloners.
Yeah, I saw one movie from the Harry Potter series. I never read the books, didn't watch movies.
Sure,
They're pretty
sure,
good.
sure.
Did y'all do that?
The
do
movies
that
are
up?
terrible. The books are all right.
Is that your Amanda Bynes?
yeah,
Harry
my
Potter?
Amanda Bynes is adolescent
Potter?
literature. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Hermione. Well, no, because she's not crazy. Yeah.
Hermione.
It's a bad analogy, because Hermione is hot.
Oh my God, she's
And
so great.
insane. Amanda Bynes is hot and kind of crazy.
Wait, are you saying that? Okay, we're gonna unpack that later. So, okay.
I like Groucho Marx a lot.
Groucho Marx, okay,
Wonderful.
We have 10 minutes and 40 seconds of influences. So,
Great. That's all you need.
no, keep going.
I
Yeah.
thought I'd been talking for 10 minutes.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
boy,
no,
that time flew.
I think this is the gesture stretch now,
Amanda Bynes has been a big influence in my life,
because she's an angel.
acting-wise.
So, it is, I think, neat. And might not need to be said, but congratulations on the marriage that's going to happen very soon.
Yeah, that's
Thank you
cool,
very
man.
much.
It's
Thank
pretty
you.
cool.
Yeah.
Thank
What are
you.
your plans? Like, are you guys getting married? What are you guys doing after the marriage? Are you going to
We're
go somewhere?
we're going to Bernie, Texas.
Yeah, got a cool-
Taking some scenery
Bernie's
and
beautiful.
going to this Paniolo Ranch. And
It's like a nice place.
it's just it's a nice place, and we're just gonna get rubbed down. And
It's no green.
It's gonna be great.
Ugh.
Just do a bunch of stuff, and then we're thinking about taking a trip in the summertime when
Cool,
we
cool.
don't have to rush stuff. And-
Where would you
Yeah.
like to go? Where'd she want to go? If you're gonna have a summertime plan,
question.
infinite money.
Infinite money.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lambo!
infinite money?
Infinite
oh
money,
gosh,
yeah.
well, I'll have to get back to you on that because infinite money is
Never
way-
going to.
So you know you're an eagle.
Never came to my mind
You know you're an
at all.
eagle.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, like, let's say
I'm 35 years old.
Let's say I'm an eagle. Is that what you said? I
Where
thought
would
that's
you
what you
fly?
said.
No.
That's what you said. There, like,
No,
let's say you're an eagle, Tony.
No, I said you said you're an eagle. It was very easy. But if I said, like, if I gave you infinite money, you're like, I don't know where I would go.
Oh, I'd go to a lot of places. I mean,
One place. One place.
But you want to pick one place. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
like,
thing.
where
That's
would
the
you
hard
go?
part.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the hard part.
yeah,
I have infinite
yeah.
money,
Yeah, you have
yet I
infinite
can only
money.
go to one place.
Yes.
See, that my imagination doesn't work that way, I guess. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay,
Give it a
yeah,
shot.
Yeah.
Let's
You got 9 minutes.
see. I would go to Kentucky. No, I wouldn't go to Kentucky.
Dave and Buster's.
David. I would go to Disneyland.
That's the ultimate asshole Disney. I want $1 million, sure, but you can only spend that at Dave and Buster's
On this card.
on skee ball.
I would invest wisely,
Right.
save my money, and
I think I have a $20 card. David Buster's. They messed up my order once. What I do with that card?
Throw it away.
It's worth like it's worth like $27 now though.
Well, no, I know it doesn't go. It's not
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
it accrues in interest over the years.
It's not Bitcoin.
It's not an actual currency. You can't use it to buy drugs. Worthless.
Silk Road doesn't take Dave and Buster's gift cards?
No, not anymore. Maybe Silk Road 4. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
That's the rest of the world. Sorry.
I found out about that a week late, man.
If you can go to any country in the world right now for a week, where would you go?
I think I'd go to China.
China? Okay.
Check it out.
Okay.
Infinite money, right?
Yeah.
Well, forget that part. Just
Infinite
do up
money for a
China.
week.
Do it up.
Okay. Good.
China.
China.
Brought to you
Live.
by the China Council of Pueblo, Colorado.
And by China, he actually means North Korea because
That's right.
Oh,
I'm
sure,
gonna go do
sure.
an interview.
All the same.
Because Dear Leader would.
Yeah, North Korea, of course.
It's always North Korea.
Who's in charge there over there now? I'm not up with current events.
Well,
Is it Kim Jong Il's son yet, or
no,
It's
Kim
been
Jong-
that way.
It's still Kim Jong Il. Yeah.
it's still Kim Jong? He's still alive.
Yeah, Kim Jong Un
Okay.
was his father, right? Am I backwards?
I think you're backwards now.
God, man,
Yeah,
North Korea's
Kim-
gonna be so mad at this podcast.
No, it just proves we loved Glorious Leader so much.
He's internal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just haven't been keeping up. I've been slacking on them.
It's
current
fine.
events.
It's fine. I have some pamphlets for you to take home.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
All right, so this is time for you to actually do some plugs and stuff that you're going to be doing recently or next time in weeks or whatever.
Everybody Loves Boobs is going to be on Valentine's Day weekend. Be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday shows.
And where's
at
that?
8 o'clock at the Vortex.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
At the Vortex. Check it out.
Get up in that vortex.
After that, yeah. Get up on that Vortex.
Yeah.
DJ Vortex.
We're here. It's 2:14. 2:14:15 at the vortex.
The V. Oh, no. Other than that, I'm just gonna start doing everything, man. I'm just gonna
Anything else recent?
Get to the
Anything else like
grind.
next week on? Like,
no, nothing like that.
where's your wedding going to be? Should we tell our people where
no,
wedding's going to
do
be?
not tell anyone that. We, wedding crashers. Nah, I'm kidding. No one will crash our wedding.
Sure,
anyway.
sure.
It's gonna be at a church.
I'm
and a
going to bring the
nice
podcast
wedding.
stuff, so I mean, same thing. So, obviously, we're very good at going to social situations and sitting in the corner. It's our favorite thing in the world. So,
They don't even know we're here.
yeah.
Yeah, these lights.
They don't. They don't know we're here right now.
No,
They don't.
no.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where I am ever.
Come on down to Don's. Show's live.
Live! Don's
I
Deep.
love that super.
Whenever you're listening to this.
Right now on Tuesday.
That was a joke. That's really Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, but it will be Tuesday when they get it. So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday.
If you want to come to a Merlin Works graduation improv show, I will be in that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll be, I don't know when that'll be, actually.
I kind of want to see you do stand up again.
Well,
Like,
I'm going to start doing, I'm like,
I'm
start picking
excited
it up.
about it, you know, like
I always say, well, start doing it again. Just got to do it over and over and over. And this is the time to do it. This is like I said this year, I'm going to be a sub, so I have a more flexible schedule. I can work
Yeah.
on more things and, ended up getting engaged and planning a wedding and doing
we've actually met
more live theater.
We've met some really cool people in that community. If you guys want to meet some people,
What do you guys?
like-
I know Cold Town does stand up. I mean, a lot of more places are opening up with open mics and stuff like that. So.
yeah, Cold Down New Movement.
New Movement, yeah.
There's one on Mondays. Well, actually, it depends on what day of the week you want to do it. Like
There's something every day, basically,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. We know a lot of those people.
Oh, yeah.
Will you come support? If
Of course. Yeah, we'll show up and throw bottles of beer.
I
or two.
never want to. That's the one thing about doing open mic stand. Like, I don't ever want to ask anyone to come because a lot of times when I ask people to come, they have a miserable time, and then they have like
Oh, sure.
4 minutes, 5 minutes that I'm up there.
Yeah.
They're even more miserable after that. And then they leave and never talk to me again.
Well,
What about your eyebrows?
No, I'm just kidding.
the right eyebrow specifically.
Yeah.
When my eyebrows go up, they do really well.
Yeah.
They do extremely well.
Do they open
But-
for you, or do you open for the eyebrow?
Yeah.
What's weird is they go
I
on
open.
before
I
me,
open.
but I still open for them. So like they,
Ooh,
go
meta.
on.
Meta. I like
I'm
that.
in there
Oh,
for a little
God,
bit.
I hate that.
Then they
Church.
Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with
Yeah,
us.
man.
Having
you.
some Coke and enjoying.
Sorry we had to keep rescheduling on you.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, you've been busy
Yeah.
with
No, it's all good.
with real life. So,
Well, thanks for having me on.
of course,
appreciate
man.
it.
And I hope sometime we can actually have you back on again, like
On the
after
road
it's all
again.
crazy
Yeah.
and stuff. Guy, thank you so much for coming and hanging out
Thanks,
with us.
guys.
my pleasure.
I hope you make it home safe.
I will.
I hope I don't have to listen to this episode again and just cry because you didn't. Dylan, thank you so much for helping me run the show.
Yeah, of course.
If you want to know more about the show, you can go to drunkcastlive.com, go to
Get on.
facebook.com/drunkcastlive, and go to Jack DrunkCastLive on Twitter. And you can see us on youtube.com/drunkcastlive. You can call us at 412-440-7468 or 440-SHOT. If you have any questions or anything, just if you hate the fucking show, just call 412-440-SHOT. I will put it online and we will say, you're right. Yeah, anything. Like, we've had this thing open for so long and nothing. We have thousands of listeners, thousands of downloads, and
No comments or anything like that?
no
No
comments.
responses?
no.
Probably because they can't text message it.
Well, from Cambridge, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different story entirely.
Maybe you're doing that well. Maybe it's going just that well. They have nothing to say. They just like just keep doing it the way you're doing it.
Settle the monocle and say, good
Jolly
enough.
good, jolly good.
You can also email questions, because this is international, questions@DrunkCastLive.com.
Yeah, no roaming fees for that.
No
one.
roaming fees at all. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Thanks, Obama.
Rub my feet. It's fine.
What?
I don't know what I think. You know what? The music is on, and I think you're saying something, but then I don't think I'm hearing the right thing. But
Sure.
I comment on the thing that I thought I heard,
Which
and
I
it's
thought
not
I
the
didn't
right
understand.
thing.
Because it sounded like you said, rub my fetus.
Yes.
Which,
fetus.
Oh, you said that. Okay. You didn't say that. Whatever. It's good.
DrunkCast.
We're DrunkCast. We love you. We'll see you next week.
It's you to us, not you to you.
Uranium. Uranium. No.
Oh yeah. By the way, it's radium they were poisoned with, not uranium.
Yeah, no,
The
no.
title of the show is Radium Girls,
Yeah.
not Uranium Girls.
Because you can go to any convenience store and get uranium, I'm sure.
That's true.
The actor?
I still blame those tests for giving us Larry the Cable Guy. I'm sorry. He can't be normally produced. He has to be some kind of horrible atomic accident to make that thing.
A trauma character.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, see you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week.
DrunkCast Live is a podcast that's recorded live around bars and drinks, but we do drink and podcast responsibly, and we hope you do too. Please come check out more about the show at DrunkCastLive.com and go to Facebook.com/DrunkCastLive or Twitter.com/DrunkCastLive.
Oh, okay.
I'm a 601.
So they already know what your thetans are.
Yeah.
Like
They yeah.
Nice.